What's up with it? Hey guys, this is Meg and Jeanette, but you can call me Meg.
And this your boy Greg. What's happening?
And welcome back to Get It Together. If this
Yes.
is your very first time joining us, then welcome. We are just two millennial married couples serving you relationship advice, marriage advice, and giving you all the things that you want to say to your partner, but won't. So we say it for you.
Seemed like that was a struggle to get through at first.
It was, because it's been a while since we've been here.
We have been gone for a minute.
Yes, absolutely. But we're back. So how are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel like, I don't know. I feel tired, not tired, excited, but also like drained.
Yeah. Being
And
tired has been the anthem for the summer.
Right. And I feel like a hustle. I have like this hustle like mentality right now. So
Yeah,
I feel all right.
I feel that. Got you. Yeah.
How about you?
For me, I feel refreshed. The total opposite of what you feel. Yes, just got back from vacation. And I think that we dealt with a lot over these past couple of months, just individually as a couple. And I mean, we're going to dive into that. But I think that I'm at the point that I'm coming over the hill and I'm not still in the valley. So, but yeah.
That was real poetic.
Thank you. So the thing, we always do grading ourselves as far as like how we've been doing as far as a married couple and just in this relationship each month based on the A, B, C, D, F level. So how do you feel like this past month, and let's just say, because it's been like 3 months, let's say overall, these past 3 months, what grade would you give yourself as a husband to me?
I would give myself, I'd say a B plus. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna give myself an overall A because there are times that I have done the best I can. There are times where I can say that I have been romantic and I've been hustle. I've been like the caveman going out there getting the, whatever, the protein for the day for the family. I felt like that. But then there are times where I'm like, I could try harder. And when you first met me, I had that lazy aspect about myself. And I feel like between leaving a job and starting a new job and then starting this whole dream journey that I've been going, chasing acting, I could be better. And I felt that you have been hustling for me. You've been pushing me, motivating me. And there are times where I'm just like, So I could be better. So I give myself B plus.
Okay, got it. Makes sense.
All right, what about you? What would you grade yourself? How would you say you've been over these past couple months?
As a wife, I think that I've been trying very hard to live up to some sort of ideal that I think that being a wife was. So I'm going to give myself a B.
What, not a B plus?
Because I think I've been average. I think that you have a very like confident self as far as like your husband.
Okay,
which is fine. But I just say for me, I'm always very critical, which is something I've been working on. But I just think that I say that I've been a B because I realize that I'm very selfish. I am overly independent at lots of times, and we've talked about this. And like I said, like I'm growing and I'm realizing that I have to transition into this new stage of life, and it's kind of hard to break down those things that I've been doing like all of my life on my own. I can do it myself and like really trying to get past that mindset. So that's why I say like I feel like these past few months, I think that it's just been average as how I've been as a wife towards you. And I say that because I know there's always room to grow, and it's always gonna be changes happening.
You just dropping gems today.
I mean,
I'm sitting here like,
so
no.
ready.
I like how we both were honest though, and we didn't just come here. I'm an A plus because I'm
because I mean, like it's real, like
ish.
I mean, you guys will know things have been hard.
I mean, yeah.
And we're gonna talk all through that, but it truly has just been interesting.
Any couple that's like sitting there telling you that they're like an A plus across the board, even just for a week, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can be, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. And there's
Like,
always room to improve.
There's room to grow. There's room to improve. There's something that the other better half won't tell you that you did wrong. They'll just say, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, no, we have our trials and tribulations, and we both discuss them like on and off, and we always talk about it. But one thing I love about us is we get through it. So
yeah,
that's the
exactly.
big point.
Yeah. So welcome you all to Getting Through It.
Yes.
So
this is not something to just sit up here and tell y'all life is good in a marriage. We are telling y'all life is good in a marriage, but there are days. There are sometimes.
There are. So let's get into the taboo topic of the day.
Okay.
So let's just dial it back. Cause I feel like, we're on a new platform now.
Yes.
Yes, we're now catering to our YouTube audience because y'all have been great. And I just think we need to reintroduce ourselves to everyone. We had our first episode 3 years ago, Swipe Right Into My Blessing.
Right.
And that was good. I gave the very detailed story, but I think that it'll be good to kind of lay out our foundation of how we started.
Right.
And really getting up to where we're at now,
Right.
So, okay. All right. So, okay, I want you to tell it. So how do we meet?
How do we meet or how do we meet?
Meet. Okay, I have an accent.
How do we meet? I don't know what that was. That was Southern and Australian. Yeah. I was like, where'd that come from?
Texas and Louisiana mix.
No, so I'm gonna keep it short and simple. We both didn't want to be on Tinder. I had a friend that pushed me to get on Tinder. I had been in a relationship, been out of a relationship for months, and was focused on myself. She was in school, and I think you had a family member, your aunt, or
who was on Tinder?
Who told you to get on Tinder? It was
my friend.
Your friend? Oh, yeah. Oh no, it was something about your aunt something about your aunt with Tinder.
In the 3 months before, my aunt told me on Tinder
that's right.
Didn't work out. I was there for a day.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's why.
You were my second time. On
Tinder. Yeah. So we both met on Tinder, being forced because I guess you were like, I don't really want to be in a relationship. And I was like, we were like, we don't want to be around people for a while.
Yeah, no, I hated people.
Yeah, wow.
No.
Wow.
Not you, the others.
So we both came together, got on Tinder. You said you saw that I was a nice looking gentleman that has a professional. You said, oh no.
No,
you
said didn't.
Wait. I remember now. You said it was the shoulders. One picture was my shoulders, and I was glistening.
Yes, you were it was a gym photo.
That was just a great picture.
Your shoulders were broad. You were glistening. It was like you had baby oil on. You had on this cutoff shirt. It was with the red writing. It was property up. It's one of those Walmart cutoff shirts.
Yes.
I remember it specifically, and this was almost 5 years ago now.
Yeah, that was definitely not that. That was my high school shirt that I just forgot to get rid of. Remember that high school shirt that I took me a long time to throw away?
Yes.
I think you threw it away.
I did. That's what a wife does when she gets in your life.
Oh my God.
Away
that was my favorite workout shirt.
Underwear with holes, the t-shirts with holes and all that stuff.
It said Madison High School Pride. And
but yes, that's what it was. And I said, oh, he's cute. Let me swipe right on this guy.
But you also said that you saw that I had my fire cadet uniform on.
Yeah, I saw your graduation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're like, oh my God, there it is right there.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, I was just like, she got a big booty.
No. Wow. Oh, that's so simple.
I definitely was just like, wow, she has natural hair. She's very pretty. Oh, she's a med student. I was nervous.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah, it's just another day. He's a nice looking guy. Yes. I was like, she gonna eat me alive on this day.
Yeah. But
I'm not getting the second one.
So fast forward, because all the details from that is that then so we both swipe right. We ended up meeting each other,
right.
And there was definitely a struggle with that, trying to meet because I was just so focused on school.
Yeah, it was your schedule.
But we eventually, got it around and had our first date where we talked in that restaurant for 10 hours? It was 8. It was 5 to 8 hours.
So we closed the restaurant. So it was, I think we met at 5 or 6 o'clock.
It was
11:30 and they closed at 11. We were the last. We didn't even know we were the last ones in there. We really thought the people that were walking around were other customers. It was the people that was cleaning the restaurant. And it was so bad. They didn't want to tell us.
Yeah.
And I saw the one guy who was the busboy. He was just kind of staring and I was like, oh, I think this restaurant closed.
Yes, facts.
They literally had to unlock the door to let us
True.
out.
And then from that moment, we were just like, okay, I literally left that date saying, wow, like I think I just met my husband.
Right.
And then immediately in my mind I said, no, bitch, that's weird. Sorry for the language. But that's literally what I said driving home. I said, that's weird. Don't think that. Because why are you doing, you just met this stranger off Tinder.
I walked away like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry that one. So,
yes.
yeah, what's your ring size?
Yeah.
What's your pinky ring size, fam?
The hopeless romantic. But yeah, so let's say, after that, we were together and stuff. Like, what do you feel like your mindset really was like at that age? Because we were 24 going on 25.
So 24, 25, I always saw that as like my kind of party age, but kind of serious age. Because, you know, you're getting out of, you went to college all 4 years. I didn't. I left college after my first and a half year. And I, of course, was in my 19, 20-year-old age where I was like, oh, you know, I don't know. And then plus I was getting out of a bad relationship. So I was like depressed. Yeah. I wasn't in school. I wasn't playing football no more. I was going from job to job, not like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So by the time you get to like 22, 23, you kind of like, all right, I had an okay job. I was working at the hospital, the decent, good money, enough to like make a good living until you figure out what you really want to do. But I saw 24, 25 as like that age where it's like get serious, but also like have fun, go out, meet people. Yeah. And
as far as it comes to dating.
Yeah. So it was like, and I was doing that, but at the same time, I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't think there's a lot of like guys in this lifetime anymore that can say, I look for love. You know, I saw my dad love on my mom all my life. So it's like, I looked for love. That was something I wanted. Even though like I still was out there kind of trying to be a bachelor. You can, like my friends would say, you can tell you don't. It's not.
It didn't fit you. Trying to be the player just didn't fit you.
It didn't fit. Like it was cool. I played it off pretty good sometimes, but it was like, why are you here?
That's because you're an actor. That's why you're gonna play it off.
Like you should be. It's 11:30. You should be in bed right now, Greg. I'm like, you're right.
Facts. So why are we running these streets? Yeah, and I mean, I think for me during that time period, like I was so focused on finishing physical therapy school, and like I was just I don't have time to date, even though I wanted to date because I was being drawn towards you.
Right.
And I think that I was at the point that I always say I think I dated all the bachelors in Houston, and like from all the way down from the engineer to the doctor to whatever who works at Home Depot.
Just didn't impress.
Yes, and I was just like, these people are boring.
Like, who are you?
And I was just done. I said, I'm just not gonna date anymore. I'm going to finish school and buy my condo in Dallas and live my best life, and that was it.
You really were supposed to be the rich auntie.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be the rich auntie with no kids. Yeah. So you're
not married.
Your siblings were supposed to have the kids and you were supposed to be the rich auntie.
Yeah, that was gonna be me.
The tables have turned.
Yes, they are. They truly have, because now I'm the one who's gonna be like the child bearer in the family.
And like your siblings are like, oh yeah, like let me see my niece and nephew. Bring them over here.
So I guess like during that time period, was there like a time that you felt like things with me got rocky? Because like I said, I was so focused on Megan getting her stuff done. Because looking back now, I can see there's all these like streams of selfishness within me.
So, like, are you talking about like before we actually got together? Or are you talking about
No. I'm talking about now. It's like I think it was probably like September of that year that we kind of really decided that we're like together. And
September of that year.
Whenever you decided to, ghost me.
Oh, the short-term ghost.
Yes, very short-term ghost.
I ghosted you for like 2 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was talking about. So I saw that you were busy. I respected your hustle with your school. I knew it was never like you're lying. I could never say, oh, she lying. She over there. She just lying. I knew like you were really hitting the books. Like I seen it firsthand. You had I think I came to your apartment one time, and it was books and paper everywhere. And it was like you had like the food you were supposed to cook just still out because you were like, I studied, forgot it was there, type of stuff. Yeah. I knew you were like really hustling, you know. So at a time I was like, I'll give it to her, it's fine. But then like, you know, weeks go by, months kind of go by, and you just kind of like, can I get at least we had like 2 dates, 2 real dates, and then that one day where it was kind of like a date, but we just like hung out. Like, cause I went, you were about to go on a mission trip or something. Yeah. And I just went with you to like get supplies. Like that wasn't really a date. You were just showing me Galveston, which I knew what Galveston looked like. It was like you were giving me a tour of Galveston.
But in my mind, that was a day that I felt like I really got close to you.
Yeah, I didn't
Though we
feel
weren't
that.
doing anything.
I was like, oh, she really sees me as a friend. I'm bestie.
I
That's what
did.
well, not bestie as in I can see this growing. I saw it as, oh, you see me as a bestie. Like,
Yeah.
this ain't going nowhere, fam.
So is that why you feel like you had to ghost me because you had to reevaluate? Like, why did you do that?
In my mind, it was like months, because as a guy, and to be truthful, even when we like somebody, before we give them our all, we still have the women that we do talk to, the options or whatever you want to call it, in a non-disrespectful way. There was still people that actually would hit me up like, hey, haven't heard from you. Hey, what's up? Hey, like
Women.
Yeah, these women that were actually I was talking to, nothing serious was going on, but at the same time they were all like, where you at though?
Yeah.
Like, come around.
But you weren't like having like intercourse or sex.
This was like
people.
me.
You were like still just.
I was trying to get to you.
Yes.
And then when I saw like I am in my mind, it went from human to robotic. I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
Like let me just drop her. I in my mind, let me tell you, that day that I made the decision, I was like, I feel like if I don't hit her up, she won't even notice. That's what I thought.
So you were like testing me.
I was really just trying to figure out like she won't. And then you actually like texted me. Like, hey,
I did.
What's up?
Okay, because sidebar. Because remember, before you ghosted me that week, and I think this is just such a pivotal point in our relationship because I think that it really like defined us as a couple as far as the energy that we're taking between each other, like who's giving energy and like who's focusing on one another. Because that week was the week that I decided, okay, I like really like this dude and I want him to know that. So I was planning to recreate our first date. So our first date, remember, was whenever you took me to a picnic on Hippie Hill in Houston. And I was going to recreate the picnic inside of my apartment at that time because it was cold.
She was trying to serenade me.
Yes, I was. And so you were supposed to come to my house that Friday night and I was going to have everything set up. But I texted you, never replied. And so then Saturday morning rolls around. I always go to coffee shop to study. And you never replied. I'm like, is he ghosting me? And I called my best friend. I was like, I think he's ghosting me. Like, what? I was, girl, I was so mad. And she said, well, Megan, you've kind of been dragging him along this whole time. So what do you expect?
I'm like that kid with the teddy bear. I'm the teddy bear. You just dragging.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's really it.
And I was so mad because I said, I really just got to the point that I'm ready. And now it's like he's gone. So then that Sunday is whenever you sent. I woke up and I guess you sent this long text message about how you really felt and about how you're putting in all this work and you weren't really getting time of day. And I think that really opened up our relationship to where like we feel like we were comfortable with saying what was on our mind.
Yeah, because I honestly felt like before that we were always talking. You were very truthful about everything, and I was very truthful. We both. I think that's why we really liked each other because like. You were very honest, and I think in a way you were like, okay, I'm honest, but I don't know how he is. And I came out, I was like, yeah, I farted over here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow, he's very open. He's very honest.
Very honest people.
So it was like we were so used to that. So at that time, I was like, I ain't about to ghost her. I'm gonna say what's on my mind. And I thought I was like really doing something, but at the same time, you're like, okay, I like did a lot of stuff for you.
Yeah.
And you didn't even reply.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, oh, well, my bad.
So yeah, I really think that's what the turning point was. And then that's when we're like, okay, we are an item, we're dating, we're a couple, and like let's really do this.
Let's do something.
So when it really came to now we're fast forwarding, we're together, it's now let's say like the next year and we're seriously like dating, courting each other. What do you feel like was your plan with me at that point in time?
I feel like you asking me all the questions.
Sorry.
No, you good. No, it sounds
mean,
better when it comes from you. It'll sound chopped and screwed if it came from me.
I mean, I can talk. I mean, for me, as far as like the game plan with dating you, I knew that if I really was serious about this guy, like I knew if I'm with him and this is gonna be a thing, then he needs to become my husband. Because like I said, from day one, I felt that. Mm-hmm. So whenever it was decided after the ghosting happened and we were really like an item, I knew that. So I need to figure out if I'm actually able to work together with him. And can we actually be teammates in life? So I had a plan in my mind as far as what I wanted to be like. And it was the best thing because you really were very, I don't know how you feel about it now, but you were very, I guess, agreeable when it came to deciding to only see each other during the weekends. And
Oh
like
yeah,
I like during the week, like I was focused
easy.
on school, and I said, okay, if I get all my schoolwork done and I study till midnight every single night where I don't have to stay on the weekend, then I'll focus on you on the weekends.
That was easy. That was not hard at all, because the fact is, sidebar with that, you were in Galveston away from your family.
Oh yeah, I was
so
by
that's
myself.
The thing. It was a no-brainer, because at the time I had money saved up. I was gonna get a place because I was living with my parents, because I was like, well, I went to the fire academy the first time and I failed my exam and I couldn't pass EMT school. So then I was like, well, let me go back to the hospital, work, all the way through, see what I want to do. So when I started dating you, and it was like, hey, how about this? You come Friday through Sunday, and I come down there with you on Sundays to go to church with you. I was like,
yeah,
a weekend away from my peeps.
Yes,
because my family is a very church oriented family, and I could tell when you have like a grown man son. In a way, there's a lot of people always be like,
a grown man son,
because I was a grown man, but I was
you're still the baby of all.
So you have a grown man son that is like in your house eating your food. I could tell there was irritation on both sides.
Yes, ladies, hold on. He lived with his parents while we were dating.
Okay. No. I was saying okay to them. I was saying okay to them. Yeah.
I know. I mean, I find, but it's like women today. Granted, okay, we were still like 25, so. It's like,
I know some people now that live with their parents and they're thriving.
Yes, and because I think that with the culture of today, that is a huge like issue.
It is
to an extent, but I think I don't want to downplay like it's not an issue. It's kind of like, what is the game plan for why you were there?
That is the thing. That is the thing that you have to like pinpoint the most whenever you talk about, because it always comes back to grown men. They'll as much as they'll say
women get grace.
Yeah,
I have friends that are my age that still live with their parents. They're paying off their debt, and like, okay, but that's still a game plan. Like,
my sister ended up like moving back in with my aunt and my grandma so she could save up to buy a house. That's a game plan.
Yeah.
But even if she didn't have a plan, she still gets grace. As me being a boy, a man, they would look at me like, well, what you doing? Because all my friends would be like, it's okay, you live with your parents. That's fine. That's not a problem. I don't know if they're being nice or if they really were saying, no, like, save your money since you live with your parents. But I had a plan. It was to be a fireman, and it was to be a fireman so I can do my acting. That was the whole plan. That was the pinpoint of it. If you just say, I live with my parents, and you working at Home Depot, and that's just it, I mean,
and that's what I want to do.
And then you're 25, 26, and it's like, okay.
Then I'm like, okay, let's look at you a little sideways. I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
You don't want like an $800 apartment?
I understand that. Yeah, so I understand that, but I'm just saying, I just think that we need to make it like clear to, especially like a lot of women that I talk to, and they talk about this, and it's just like such a big deal. I'm like, okay, but what is beyond that? Like, why is this person there, and like, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to move forward? Is there a plan? If there's not, then okay, flee. If there is, see if that's something that can work into your plan as well.
Because I can say, as like, being a grown man that lived in my parents' house,
say it with your chest.
Being a grown man lived in your parents' house. I can say the crazy part is, because I had friends that like moved out when they were 18 and 17, and they said, yeah. And then when they're my age, and they say, I should have stayed. Yeah, I should have stayed my butt at home, Greg. But there are like an aspect of us that we do like live with our parents at a certain age. And there's that thing of like that lazy boy, the lazy man laying on my couch.
Yeah.
That's that thing. That was not that in my parents' house.
Yeah.
I lived in a very church-oriented family. I live, like my dad's the head minister, my mom's the associate minister. I'm the choir director. From going to work, I was in Bible study, Sunday school. And these are not things that are they're like forcing me to do. I'm like, I don't want to be that lazy son that just sits around unless I'm like really like having an off day. Like, all right, today's a day to rest. When there was nothing to do, I like, hey, y'all need me to do something. Like, I would go to my grandma's house, like make sure like they don't need nothing done over there. I would go work out, go to the gym. I would, go to choir rehearsal on Wednesdays. I would help my dad on Saturdays, which I was like, every Saturday, why do you need help at the church? Every Saturday, what is going on at the church every Saturday? So that, and I know we don't want to hamper on that long, but that is a thing. Like, make it normal that it's okay to be with your parents for a little while longer while you're trying to get your life together. As long as when you're trying to get your life together, you're actually actively trying to get your life together, not sitting on the couch like Lawrence off Insecure. I have a plan. I have a plan. It may not come right now, but I have a plan. No, actively get up and do something to make that plan happen.
Yeah, no, that's facts. And so I mean that made sense. And then finally you moved out.
Yeah. I mean, hold on. I wanted to go to the military. Nobody. I was like, y'all want me out the house? Fine, I'll go to the military. They was like, no. It's like, what do you want me to do then? I don't know. Just sit there.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so
finally moved out. And I asked this one to move in with me. I said, hey, let's live together. I think I missed one weekend when you were studying for finals. Either it was finals or it was your I forgot what exam you had. It was only 2 instances where I couldn't come see you on the weekends. Like I would always be at your crib.
Are you talking about when you moved out? What are you?
No. Before I moved out, I was just saying I was there every weekend. Football, we'd watch football together. College football is our thing. We'd like do all these things. So then when I finally decided, all right, I'm moving out, I'm getting my place, I said, I'm with you every weekend. You might as well just come live with me.
Yeah.
And then you're done, basically done with the physical part of school. You're getting ready to start working, I guess, studying in the hospital.
Yeah, I was in my clinicals. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and I was in Houston.
Yeah, I was like, come live with me. I mean, I'm trying to get an apartment right by the medical center by my job.
Yeah.
And that's more convenient. It was
very convenient.
It was like, it took you like what, 15 minutes to get to work without traffic? Not even.
My first clinical, I could have walked to work.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Dumb easy.
So and this we moved in together was during COVID, when COVID started. So what do you feel like the impact of that really was as far as living together during COVID for first time and then getting to the point where I don't know, like the impact of that.
You gotta be a soldier, man, because you gotta think about it. For you, it's easy. You lived by yourself, and you lived in a city that you had no like knowledge about. Galveston, I mean, it's not bad, but you live in a city you have no knowledge about by yourself. Ooh, excuse me. I am so sorry. You have like you have like classmates. Oh my gosh, you have classmates that are like living together, like they're rooming together, 3, 4 of them in a house, renting a house, and you live by yourself. I had never lived, I think in college and like the one time before I went to the academy, I had enough to go get an apartment before the academy. I almost did it, but then my dad was like, you ain't gonna be able to do all that, fam. You might as well just stay home. We know you doing something important. You get a pass.
Yeah.
I never lived on my own like that. Never. So the impact was, I thought it was gonna be great. This is like Saturdays, 3 days out the week. I didn't realize
Saturdays with my girlfriend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday with my girlfriend. I did not realize that. Oh, you got to do this for 7 days now. And then it was gonna be perfect because you weren't gonna. It was gonna be times you weren't gonna be home. It was gonna be times I wasn't gonna be home. So there were gonna be times of downtime where we both were just like, okay, I can kind of relax, let back a little bit. You know, when they come home, I'll be happy to see them. COVID hit,
yeah,
and then you were on that trip.
That pandemic.
That you were on that trip in Mexico.
Yeah,
and COVID hit right when I had just moved all the furniture in. I think the only thing I needed to get was your couch because you told me don't buy another couch. And out of nowhere, COVID hit. You came back from your trip short. First of all, you came back from your trip short. You had COVID.
I did. I brought COVID.
You brought COVID, and I never got COVID. Like she had COVID. I was touching her, kissing her, and I never got COVID. I was like,
yeah, you're one of those weird people.
I was like, ain't asymptomatic. I just have a great immune system.
Yeah.
Unless it's that pollen in Houston.
Yes.
But it was the fact that you came home, you were sick, and then you were not like it just knocked all your school plans out. Now y'all gotta do everything virtual. So now, I had the first week or two, my wife, my girlfriend now is home. She's like open arms, like come here. Oh, I made food. Oh, this is. I'm like, yes, this is great. Then it was like a point where it's like, oh my God, you're home, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, you're still here.
I mean, because at that time that you were still working all throughout the pandemic.
Yeah, I was working every day.
But I wasn't. So I was at home just sitting there all day just watching TV. And so when you came home, I think I never got to the point that of realizing he's been working all day and I've just sat here. So when he comes home, he probably does not want to talk to me. But my mindset, I'm like, oh, I've been here, I've been quiet all day, and like he's here. Now we can talk and we can talk about everything. Yes, literally, and that's what. And I would just like pounce on you,
know what
like
I'm
a
thinking?
crazy person. Not even, but the thing about it for you, which shows your personality. You never said anything. You never said, hey, can I just have 30 minutes for you to just shut up? And I think that things would have been better.
Before I address that, it's just funny how you said, I've been sitting here. It's like you sitting in the middle of the couch with your arms like this for
like a dog,
like 12 hours.
I was
staring into space. And then when I walked through the door, I'm like, what have you been doing for
that literally was me. I remember that was me. Like waiting for you to come home. Oh like my God. Puppy.
No, I mean because I was also like, I'm a nice person.
Yes.
I'm one of those people.
To a fault.
Yeah.
You will be uncomfortable for other people.
And I definitely I was like, I don't want to ruin this. This is a good thing, but it's okay. I'll let you just jump on me after I've like moved like 16 beds with like 4 of them being like 600-pound patients. It's okay. I'm fine. This is fine. I was like that meme with the dog in the fire. Oh, this is not bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right. I don't care. And then like a month went by and it was to the fact where I was just like,
yeah, you were over me.
Please. Because you were still I was like, why are you so happy? I don't get it. It's a pandemic going on outside. People are getting sick. I am working in a hospital where people are getting sick.
I'm like in a house TikToking.
I remember the worst thing was, I remember this day. I walked through the door. I don't know what it was that was about to set me off. I was like, I feel like I'm about to like blow up out of nowhere. I walked through the door and you don't like shoes on the carpet. Mm-hmm. First of all, I'm in a hospital with the pandemic going on with COVID. I walked through the door. I took a step on the carpet. And I just remember you said, oh, babe, shoes. I said, just let me walk through the door. I just wanted to. I don't know where it came from. I was like, oh, I think this is like 2 months.
Yeah.
Built up, just like walking on the carpet with shoes on.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was very difficult because you do need that personal time. As guys, fellas, ladies, women, you're going to like need personal time to yourselves. That is, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you with. You can be lovey-dovey all you want. You're going to need personal time. And I remember there was that time when I was not coming home.
Yeah.
And you were calling like, what are you doing?
Not because in the streets though. Yeah. That sounded weird.
It did sound weird.
Like, no.
I was not coming home, but I was driving. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm driving. She's like, where are you driving to? I'm just driving.
Greg would drive.
I would drive.
Like after work for probably it'd be like 20 minutes. And you know me, so Megan's mindset, I'm clocking you like a crazy person. Like, okay, he got off work at this time and like the hospital's only like 10 minutes away. So why is it now 30 minutes he's not home? And then I would like call. But the thing is, you never told me what you were doing.
I'm like, I'm on my way.
So that's just like, it's just really during that time, I think we grew. And I feel like it helps us now because we know after work, we just need a second to just chill and
now
relax.
it's better. I don't do that because first of all, my job is not far, like 25 minutes away, and your job is like 40 minutes away. So it's like,
so you have the commute.
I have that time to be like, okay, when I walk in, I'm gonna say hey to my wife. I'm gonna love on my wife. It's not like where my job is like literally down the like walking distance. It took me 10 minutes to get to Herman.
Yeah.
It took 10 minutes.
In a medical center.
Yeah, so it was like I did not want it driving. It took like 3 minutes. I didn't want to just rush home to see.
Yeah, no, facts. So I mean, it's just I just really feel like, well, for people that still don't have that opportunity to really have that downtime afterwards, whenever you come home, I think that it's important to really just tell your partner, like, okay, I'm just gonna need like 10 to 20 minutes to be quiet. I mean, I'm definitely gonna do this with my kids though. Well, our kids, because we're gonna have them together. But like, I hope, are we okay? Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. When I have my kids, we just gonna be soldiers. We gonna see you walk through the house.
No. I'm gonna say no. Mom needs.
I get 3 months to do that.
15 minutes. For you, just silence.
I get 3 months.
They're gonna know the clock. When that timer hits, they can start talking. But no, I need the 15 minutes.
I get 3 months to do it because of the pandemic.
3 months to do what?
Like run at you when you walk through the door, like you did me.
Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, so I just like that part of our story is just like very, very pivotal because I think just like impacted
it helped us so much.
Because to get to stay together during the pandemic when lots of marriages broke up, like the divorce rate skyrocketed. Everyone loves to talk about that. And like how we grew together doing that. It's just that I think that now with us being married, it just really makes us stronger because like we know when we need that pause for that stop in time, you know? So, yeah. So, I mean, like, you know, the first comes love, then comes marriage.
And side.
There's no baby.
I was about to say, don't finish that. Sidebar also, she had my location. Just want to add so people won't realize, well, what you really think he was doing? She really was like, she literally could look at the phone and say, why is he driving in a circle? And I really was like literally driving around NRG Stadium.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go. No. But I got over it because I was like, I need to be more appreciative. There's a woman at home when the house is clean that has food ready for me. What am I tripping for? This is what I actually wanted, but I guess it was because I just didn't have that chance to be alone. But then I was like, but this is what you wanted. You can sacrifice that. It's okay. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But I say that because now there are times where I'm like, hey, babe, I just need like a few minutes.
Yeah, you're an individual.
And I'm literally like sitting in the living room, like, peace. I'm either like playing video games.
Facts. So, I mean, do you feel like, honestly, that we like rushed everything? Because then through that time, COVID happened, and then a year goes by, you propose to me, and then we get married. So, how do you feel? Do you feel like our timeline was rushed?
Man, I see people that literally get engaged after like 6 months.
Yeah,
that's actually very normal. It's like more than you think it is. People just think, oh, that's just a one in a lifetime occurrence. I actually know people who are married now that got engaged after 5-6 months. No, we dated for 2 years. We saw like, hey, I'm literally at your apartment every month. Just move in with me, and you'll be closer to your work/job. It just worked out. I survived the pandemic. Remember, I told you, me surviving the pandemic with you, being closed up in the house with you all the time, made me realize that, oh my God, like, even with this, I still didn't want to leave you.
Yeah.
What's the point of like going anywhere? Marry me.
Yeah.
Like, here it is.
Makes sense.
Take this damn ring.
Yeah. And I took the damn ring.
You took it.
So thank you. Thank you for it. Yes.
Oh,
but I mean, beyond that, from the time that we moved in and then we said I do to up to now, a lot has changed. Like,
a lot.
We've been through some. It hits you really hard.
So I would say I've noticed and highlighted the wife aspect of you, the real strong wife aspect of you, came out of when I was in the academy.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to live on that too hard. You know, being in the academy, there's New York, Chicago, LA, and Houston. Those are probably the 4 hardest fire academies in the US, and anybody will tell you that. Because of course, New York and Chicago, they you got to be a soldier.
Yeah.
But Houston, you got to have anybody that graduates from any of those 4 academies, you're a dog. I don't care if you scapegoat through. Because you can't scapegoat through it. If you found a way to weasel your way through, you were a dog for beating the system.
Yeah.
If you got out of those academies, you a dog. Because I came home, arm about to fall off my body, leg about to fall off my body, my brain. I've never had a migraine before. I had migraines 3 times when I was in the academy. And I actually went to the doctor for one of them secretly. And he was like, no, you're just stressed.
Yeah.
I came home stressed. I came home with failing grades. I came home with passing grades. And then I came home crying. I'd never cried in front of you, ever. And when I failed my state exam,
yeah,
that whole hour before we went to the store, I kept it so strong. He was like, it's okay, baby. You'll just take it again. It's all right. I was like, yeah, you good. And right when you unlocked the door, ready to go, I just like dropped everything. I just like fell to the ground crying.
I know.
And that was your first time like, oh my God.
Ever seen you cry.
But through it all, you like was the one that you're not quitting today. You're not going to turn your 2 weeks. You're not going to turn your quitting notice in. You're not going to turn your badge in. You're going to go. You're going to be good. You're going to do great. I'm going to help you study when you come home. And you did it through the full year that I was in there.
Yeah.
I think that was a testament to like, oh yeah, I'm going to marry you so hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm marrying the hell out of you.
And on that note, speaking of the Be the Married, we're gonna wrap. So next week you'll be able to tune in and we're gonna talk about kind of like what has led up to us being here now. So lots of changes have happened. And there's been huge transitions in our life. And I think that throughout the lessons that we've learned during this time, it's been a rocky ride.
Crazy.
It's been pretty rocky. But through all the rockiness, there's always, the little flowers that bloom in between the rocks. So come on this journey with us, guys, and it's gonna be fun. It's always gonna be real, and we're just here to get it together. So,
as always,
yes, sir. So we will see you guys next week. And
give me a fake kiss for the camera. Give me a fake kiss for the
okay. Oh my god.
Why you look like, I don't want to know more. Why you look like
Are we gonna?
That was the fakest kiss.
That was weird kisses that people do.
Because they do on their camera and they be like you just know they're arguing off camera. You just know they're arguing.
Oh my god.
And I was like, give me a fake kiss.
All right. Well, thanks again for getting it together with us. Please be sure to tune in, and you can always find me on Instagram at megan.jeanette.
You can find me on Instagram at
No, that is not my Instagram name. My name is Dr. Megan Harris on Instagram.
I thought you were telling me. No, I was like, what are you telling me?
I was telling them. I changed it.
Oh, you changed it, yeah. Because mine is at Greg K. Harris. Jr.
Yes. Yeah. And then hit us up at Get It Together as well. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
All right, now.